Yeah, definitely favoring Genji's comp here a little bit personally. I have, I'm kind of going down the Victor hate train. I think that Syndra would have been a much better pick in this scenario. As you mentioned, might be a lot on Barrel's shoulders here on the side of DRX. Let's jump onto the Rift for game one.
This one's a little bit more nuanced as Barrel is trying his best to help Duckdom push this lane through, and it's being pretty successful. However...
Oh, they're going to get the root down here as well as the W onto Duckdom. He has to flash away, and Peanut is here as he is so dead, but Paze might be traded back. No, there's a heal available, and this looks like disaster for the DRX bottom lane as Gen Z able to easily bait them into that fight. Victor and the Vi who just hit level 6.
Yeah. Does, of course, have to, expend his flash here. So follow-ups are potentially possible as Rascal is in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think Ghost... Oh, that was actually pretty nice. There were posts here onto the Maokai as the damage is slow to come out to start here for Gen G's top side as so many turret shots go into the Renekton as now we finally have the ult come out from the Maokai and Doran will get the kill, but it trades 2 for 1 in favor of Rascal.
Double here for Rascal. And it feels like this Duckdom Barrel lane hasn't really amounted to a whole lot here. Obviously, they died early on, but they haven't been able to put on any poke or contest objectives in any strong or meaningful way. Genji feeling really good about their map position now.
Oh, boy. Here we go again, as it is going to be Barrel who does lock this one up, and the Chains of Corruptions come out. How is it going to pay off for them? Can they scale up with their Victor and Fiora specifically? Remains to be seen. Rascal, I feel like, is doing a pretty good job up in the top side. Even though he is down a decent chunk of CS, he's already taken down this turret, which is, just one building block in the split push plan here for this Fiora. Well, he does have Ghost, so... And with Peanut, once again, being the only one with the CC on the front line there, would have been very telegraphed. As Doran takes a bit of damage, in goes Chovy trying to frontline now. He has the ultimate of Vi taken, and Krako's just a little bit too squishy to play frontline here, and they get into the backline so easily. This is such a broken up fight. Barrel is not able to help out his team, and it is just a rout here. Fate, he looks like he's barely going to be taken out here at the end. He is quite fast, but the Maokai catches up. And at the end of the day, it's only Rascal who survives.
Rascal, can he get away with this? Gonna get the Demolish proc and will take out the turret. Try to just run as fast as Fiora's legs can carry her to an execute, I suppose, but I don't think you get out with this one.
Yeah.
This is, so everything about this fight is split up by the fact that Genji have control of the bottom side. I'll let you play it, Blaze. Well, never mind. There's no more to it.
The light took the kill. That was kind of fun, but that is... wasn't meant to be. Speaking of Doran out of position, he is a Renekton, level 14, but let's see if Rascal's got enough damage to pull through this one. The Q not going to land here from the Vi, but it should be enough. TP interrupted. TP denied. He's going to teleport after the dragon does go down. They don't have vision of the pit, so unfortunately Krako couldn't try to go for a steal or anything like that either. As here come DRX, maybe a last-ditch effort, try to fight a front-to-back without getting dove. They tried to 100-0 Doran, and they are unsuccessful. And that is going to be a big issue. Rascal now trying to fight in the front line. Chovy not doing much just yet. Peanut eventually will go down, and finally Chovy will enter this one onto the backside. Doran still alive somehow, and now Chovy enters the fight. He is just unkillable. That's a nice flash away from Duckdom, but it is not enough. As Fate and Rascal, the only ones left here. They could potentially kite this one out, but Genji not even going to chase
But
it.
still, an opportunity to get that front line out of the way and then front to back when Chovy's slightly out of position there. On the other side of the fight, though, Genji played it patiently. Chovy waits for the overextension. As, Rascal.
Stunned under the turret. That is not a good look. Doran wishes he had a... Okay, he's got his flashback, waited for his CDs. And he doesn't have to wish for anything. He gets right in range and shuts down Rascal. What else can they get except the Nexus? I don't know.
Yeah. Baron is basically theirs for the taking here. I mean, notice the minions pushing in mid here that Fate has to deal with. He has TP. Duckdom also has TP, but is sticking around here.
Oh, they somehow had vision of him. Looks like maybe he channeled that a little bit early. Rascal on the Fiora forces that Soraka ultimate, and Pace just snipes him, actually. That was pretty cool. And this one might just be done and dusted, guys. A couple of guys already down, Barrel included. on the side of DRX, and it is just a rout once again. Croco, the only one left available. Gen G look pretty primed to take this first game against DRX as another snipe comes in. It's not quite enough damage as Croco will die to Jin.
Sad times, just a range of that turret there with the punch.
Sponsored by
There you go.
I think you're exactly right, especially because of the way they handled the split push as well. Like, a lot of teams would have just, well, Rascal's dead here. As down he goes, a last-ditch attempt. Yeah, a lot of teams would have just, you know, gone all in on the Baron and said, you know, oh no, somebody's got to get back. You know, how many times have we seen a Fiora somehow end the game? We saw it earlier this week. But Gen G, they handled it so well, so carefully. Everything done to a T in this game number 1. As the Nexus turrets will fall, a last-ditch effort here from the side of DRX, but they are just getting pummeled. As first pick Maokai also going to pick up another win here. Gen G will start off Saturday Showdown with a big first game number 1. Here, pun intended. And yeah, just a very clean game. You know, it wasn't extremely exciting. There wasn't a huge amount of action, but Gen G from start to finish were in control.
I'll give DRX and some of the teams we've seen in these first few days of LCK Spring will be actually the Akali to come through for Gen G here. So Chovy having the ability to shut Duckdom down here from a different angle. And we've seen this Akali into Lucian a few times, and sometimes how it goes is the Akali just kind of falls behind in a rough matchup early, and then Lucian has control of bottom side.
Yeah, they'll have to make it work. Let's jump onto the Rift here for game number 2. Croco was spotted walking over a ward, so you see Doran the way he's playing, but did he take a step too far is the question. Pushes him into the turret. That's a couple of shots on the Croco, who takes more damage than Doran did. On the Rift Herald at 8 minutes, what is going on? As neither team wants to give this one up. DRX say we have enough early pressure, we should be able to challenge it. It's getting pretty low as the Cyclone does come in, gets some really nice value onto the front line onto Rascal, and the final chapter hits the entirety of the choke point, so everybody gets rooted up and has to get out, and Chovy will just pick up a bonus kill. Make it 2! Not his ultimate, but nope, Chovy says, I know exactly what's happening.
This would have felt a lot better if Chovy's TP wasn't coming back up here too. He can actually get a free back off right now.
Culling, pretty good value, puts FaZe in an awkward spot. He is going to have to heal. Tidal Wave, be a little bit desperate, but it will at least force the flash, so that is going to be nice. As meanwhile, Peanut getting in there onto the Silas Fate as well. And Doran, as I mentioned, he was actually the first person to pick up a Mythic, so he's just really enjoying his time in the top lane for now.
Yeah, I feel like it's so many of these skirmishes, Valdez. DRX are so close to pulling it off. They are so close to making it happen. FaZe just narrowly escapes, has to flash, right?
You know, so still DRX trying to get their feet underneath them as they're trying to catch a Chovy. It is not looking too good as, ooh, that stun is going to also wear off, and Croco does not have his ultimate available, so not able to catch the Akali in mid lane. Meanwhile, Fate's getting pretty low. He's got Peanut nearby, but Croco's still here, so definitely a little bit of what we see here at the beginning of spring, as always. Croco trying to find his spot as the enemy jungler is here. Peanut ready with the Cyclone as in they go. Doran trying to make something of this. He's getting pretty low though, but still not enough damage here until Duckdom gets here, tries to fight it back. As the culling does come out, he will pick up the 1 kill, and in fact this rotation will net DRX a couple of kills.
Yeah, something that we've talked about a little bit here, but the game hasn't felt like it's been about this era yet. But let me tell you folks, it's about to be, and that's the problem here is that DRX don't have the same sort of scaling aspect of this composition. They have some side laning as Rascal. Oh, 50-50 goes.
Still has Hextech Ultimatum. I think Jovi's kind of not in a great spot. He was going to ult over, but Rascal's got another hook shot, and there's the ultimatum. Should be a, oh, nice timing on that one, but the bubble is going to kill him. That's actually pretty unfortunate for DRX, but at least they do shut down Chovy.
I think you could almost read Beryl saying sorry about that one there, but trying to help secure that kill. Still 2 turrets for this play. 1 mid and an inner on the bottom side here as Peanut commits with Doran. So get gold where you can get it, DRX, but Gen G are out-trading you on the map, macro-wise.
Oh, Pay's just going to ult here. He's just going to be able to dodge everything. He's got a Yuumi on his back, too. He's kiting this out perfectly. Even a Silas is here. I mean, God, they brought the whole cavalry with them, so Paze is like, all right, fine, I guess I won't continue on this, but handled it very well at the initial outset of that fight. And Doran's really going to enjoy this Mountain Drake at least, as we are getting in onto that backline. Cyclone going to hit both of them. Barrel's Tidal Wave might be able to help this. Really huge bubble at least gets the both of them, as Chovy still under the Shroud, and Peanut, he is quite tanky at least, but he finally does go down. Pace here over the wall. He's got the Yuumi with him, and Chovy as a front line, and DRX once again just kind of left running away with their tail between their legs. Not much they could do in this fight as Pace is over the wall. And the stun is not going to land here from Fate as he has to flash, and he is not getting away. Pace will pick up the double, I believe, at the end of this one. Nope, it's a triple.
Triple.
4-0 and 2 for the Zeri.
Oh, baby, the triple. His chase potential on this pick, and you can see why it was picked for him 3 times now.
Oh, Doran. Not sure where you're going, buddy. He just kind of gets awkwardly caught out there as he will get stunned up and taken down.
Playing with their food here, they're like, we're just going to push in the jungle, take what we want.
Chovy, incredibly fit at this point, even has a stopwatch if he needed to buy time. I don't think he really needs to buy time.
Nope.
Looks like Rascal needed to buy a bit as everybody was coming up, or down rather, to the bottom lane. Pace can just face check this.
I mean, he literally could just run at them.
Yep, Bubble not going to land. He's too fast. He's power gliding, you know. He's getting in there. And Croco and Duck Dom, once again, we've seen this a lot. Just kind of running away.
I mean, he hasn't used heal yet.
Okay, guard's not going to hit. Pace just dodging everything. The movement extremely clean. Really showing off the confidence here from ahead. Great to see from this young player as double kill will go over to Peanut. And this one has, you know, I'm about to ask Atlas to just get his saxophone out and start playing music because this is
it means a lot to me, okay?
Not in terms of the vote, but, you know, at least it means something to someone.
Remember the first season I casted LCK where I write something down, you like grabbed the pen and like, We've come a long way, Valdez.
Times have changed. And Duck Dom, yeah, he's able to get in the back line here. They're just trying to fight front to back for what feels like the first time in this game, to be honest. Has been a lot of messy fighting here from DRX. They still have a lot of work to do in this split. And Chovy, he's just putting on the show for everybody here. He's not Showmaker, but he is Chovy, and he's putting on a show here for the fans. As Gen G are looking to take this one down from 10,000 gold ahead. Just 2 members left alive, and Fate not even able to kill much except for the Cassante.
Give him another one!
Well,
706.
7-0. Rascal's still alive. Perhaps not for long.
Perhaps not for long. I think it's, well,
he's fine.
He's okay, but the Nexus is not, sadly. I believe Paze's KDA was 705 in the last series, or last game rather.
Wow, they're actually going to back away. Peanut dies to the turret.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, excellently done. Doran is caught, and it takes about 7,000 million bajillion years to take down this Cassante. But they do get there. There's a lot of years that happen really quickly. It's really funny.
We're in a new millennia now.
Insane. I don't even know where we are. Paze, though, is going to be able to get the follow-up, and this is the problem. You spend everything on the tank when you are far behind. A little bit of desperation, but what can you do?
Chovy is like really making a case for him to get POG though. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's really making a case, okay? Saturday Showdown, let's just say.
Oh boy. Peanut is just getting in there, and now he's got the cat, so he is invulnerable, actually. That's the way it works. Cats do offer that to you. That's why I have a cat in my house.
Yeah, it does feel that way. And
it's like, I'm going to murder you.
It did feel that way for Gen G against one of those teams you mentioned, T1, but not so much against DRX right now. The revenge is going to succeed, at least in this best of 3.
Chovy just running circles around Fate in this one, as he is able to do so in the final fight as well. Fate may survive, but only in terms of the Rift, as they're all actually healing up. They are going to go for the re-engage. Not looking too bad for DRX, but maybe just a little bit. Okay, Doran. He is just going to go into the fountain. Does not matter. Paze looking for a little bit of penta action, and the minions said no. They're going to put an end to that nonsense.
Delight said so. I think it was Delight who said something about who's getting POG. I think Pays is getting POG this time around. Chovy tried to steal the show, man, but he already got his first POG, and it's a tricky one, man.